As the waters keep rising, so does the need for more water rescues. News on 6's Craig Day, as we mentioned, he is live on the scene as well, just outside Houston for us. Craig?
Dave, we've seen a number of those water rescues, and I want to give you my perspective of what I've been seeing here. It is heartwarming to see so many volunteers who are stepping up to make a difference to help rescue people, but at the same time, it is heartbreaking to see people have to leave their homes, in many cases with only a grocery bag full of just a few belongings, maybe their medication, maybe if they're lucky they have an overnight bag. So it's heartwarming in some regards and heartbreaking in so many other regards from a human perspective. This is a service road just off of Interstate 45. We're again in the Woodlands, and you can see it's flooded. They're using this location as a launching point essentially for boats, and we've seen dozens and dozens of people who have been rescued throughout the day today on water rescues. Many of them families. Some had toddlers, some had young children. One toddler was crying that I saw because scared to death. Another, a little bit older child, thought the boat ride was a blast, but I'm sure their parents have a lot of concern and a lot of worry right now. We've seen them bring pets out as well. So these boat rescues are going on one right after the other. Just moments after a boat gets in, they drop off people and their pets, and then they pick up and go out and go to another home and rescue those folks. So it's just one right after the other. And again, they're launching on the entrance ramps and they're launching on the service roads off of Interstate 45 because Interstate 45 is shut down. Earlier, we talked to a group of nurses who were desperately trying to get to work. They're trying to get to a dialysis treatment center because they say it's the only dialysis center within miles and miles that's actually open. So they had 100 people waiting on them for life-saving treatment, and not just from their clinic, but from other clinics as well. And so they were desperately trying to get to work. They drove here. They hoped they could get a boat shuttle to work because they knew they had people waiting on them, but they turned them back. So they got in their vehicle and they're going to try to find another way around to get to those folks. And so they are desperately trying to get to people who are in need.
I got a truck. We drove as close as we could. We're hoping to get a boat. It's about a quarter mile to the clinic from here. So we were hoping to get a boat to get the rest of the way.
You don't get out in this weather unless you're worried. We see these people every day. This is a life and death situation. It's not McDonald's. We can't mess it up.
So yeah, it is a life and death situation. So they're desperately at this point trying to find a way to get to that dialysis treatment center. I want to show you Interstate 45. The only vehicles basically going down here are trucks or other heavy vehicles pulling boats. The interstate is completely shut down, all lanes southbound headed toward Houston. So basically the only traffic on this interstate highway is boat traffic at this hour. So we've seen this interstate shut down ever since we've been down here. But people would drive down it, then they'd figure out, man, I can't get through that water, and they'd turn around. Well, now it's completely shut down, and they have a rescue operation basically underway just off camera here, where it's kind of command central for the boats that are coming and going and picking people up and coming back. Right now there's a couple of boats in the water. There's some around the corner, but you can see the cars that are swamped and the water is just churning. So it can be a very dangerous situation even for these volunteers who are coming in from all over the place. I can see a couple of folks walking up who have a pet carrier. So obviously they've come from their home and they're trying to pick up one of their pets. But this is the scene right now. We're going to continue to provide updates on Facebook and certainly on newson6.com and our News on 6 app, and we will have more for you coming up later tonight on News on 6 at 5 and 6. But for now, on the scene, on the story, Craig Day, News on 6.
Craig, great work over the last couple days. Thank you.